Hello everyone, on today's IRS tax refund update, we'll take a look at the latest developments this tax season, including the newest batch of refunds scheduled for release this week, as well as the latest update from the IRS on the progress of this tax season, as well as a remaining backlog from last year, a number of you still waiting on. We'll also recap amended tax returns and take a look at some of the ongoing issues leading to delays, including tax returns being sent to the IRS Errors Resolution Department, audits, and ID checks. Starting off with those tax refunds, with the next batch of direct deposit refunds being scheduled to be released and transmitted by the IRS to banks on March 15th, as confirmed by the tax transcript seen here. Do allow up until March 20th to receive that in your bank account if you're part of this newest batch before initiating a payment trace. With the IRS refund status tracker still not always displaying the most up-to-date information, it is advised for you to confirm your refund schedule date by checking your tax transcript. Turning to how things are continuing this tax season, as the IRS has now processed 54.3 million tax returns out of 54.9 million filed. So that means the IRS is currently processing at a 98.9% rate compared to 96.9% processed at this point last year. In addition, already 42 million refunds have been issued for tax returns filed this year compared to 37 million refunds issued at this point last year, which is an overall 10% increase. Now, a number of our viewers are continuing to wait for refunds from their tax returns filed last year. As of the latest update, there are 2.27 million unprocessed tax returns remaining. Now, after you deduct the 607,000 unprocessed tax returns filed this year, that means there's still 1.6 million e-file and paper returns left from last year. It also has to be noted the IRS is combining the total unprocessed amount of returns from this year and last year, as they're no longer giving separate updates on last year's tax return backlog. For those of you waiting on amended returns, the latest set of numbers have the amended return backlog at 716,000, with the majority of those being from last year. Just 1 month ago, that number was at 439,000 remaining, and once again, the IRS is combining totals from this year and last year, which is making it more difficult to determine how many returns are left from last year. It is advised for you to check the amended return status results on the IRS website, as well as your tax transcripts. We're also getting a number of reports in from viewers who are being informed that their tax refund has been placed on hold and that the return has been sent to the heirs department for further review. Now, this could be due to several issues, including the income you reported on your tax return, as well as tax withholdings do not match what your employer or former employer has submitted on their tax returns, which has caused the IRS system to flag the return in question. The IRS is currently advising those impacted that it could take more than 4 months to resolve the issue, causing the tax return review, which can depend on what the issue is exactly, and also the response time by the taxpayer in submitting any requested documentation to the IRS that is needed to continue the review. Many taxpayers, including a number of our viewers who have been waiting on their tax refunds last year, are familiar with the 60-day notice, also known as Letter 2644C, which continue to be sent out and have been sent out to those still waiting on refunds from returns filed this year. This particular notice indicates the IRS is waiting on their tax information to be available on their computer system and has to do with the IRS waiting on taxpayers' employers' tax information so reported wages and withholdings can be matched. We're also seeing an increase of the CP75 notice going out to taxpayers, many of whom will claim the earned income tax credit. Now, because of some individuals improperly claiming EITC in previous years, we're seeing an increase of audits being conducted on returns claiming this credit. Now, not all those claiming EITC will in fact be audited, and it is by a random system selection. But if you're audited, do expect to receive this notice detailing exactly what the IRS needs to continue processing your return. And ID verification continues to be a problem that is going to slow down the processing and issuing of refunds for some taxpayers. Just verifying your identity beforehand may not satisfy this requirement, and if your return is on hold due to ID verification, you will not only have to complete the ID verification portion, but you will have to verify information entered on your tax return when submitted to complete this process. Let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing tax refund or tax processing issue. In the meantime, we'll keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.